Jimi Hendrix? Is that you or your dad?
No, that's me. All that's me.
You brought all this down?
But no, that's been there.
Oh, it just stays here? Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, who? You went through a lot to do this.
I mean, I just set up the table and this and that. But we're live.
You make it look so fancy.
You know, I'm not Joe Rogan, but it's a work in progress.
More of a Logan Paul type of guy.
Why?
I'm just kidding. I'm not a podcast type of guy, Chris. I don't listen to him.
What do you listen to?
Music.
No porn?
No.
No, just audio porn?
No, not just audio porn.
No gay
it's more
porn?
of there is this one song called 2 or 4 Black Guys, I think.
Wait, is that the song you played in the car when me and Fish went to go get food with you and you were in the gas station? At Fast Track?
It might have been.
And you played it from inside the gas station? We're like, what?
Yeah, it might have been. I was definitely singing it last night in the party, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was. I don't know if you were there, but I was having a good time.
You kept ducking in and out of the party last night.
Yeah, I went through a lot of stuff last night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to get into it? Or no?
Well, just long story short, just Patrice and I just aren't talking.
Like at all?
At all.
I thought you were on the phone with her like yesterday.
Yeah, I was. And last night, too. And then a lot of stuff was said. I ended up blocked on every form of interaction.
That was fast.
Hey. She wouldn't give me a clear answer. And I pushed and pushed and pushed until it was yes or no. And
Probably because she doesn't even know herself.
yeah, she said, I don't know. And she's like, I don't even know myself. And I didn't want to just sit there and, fumble my nuts for the next 2 years. I wanted to know.
So what do her parents think of this? Because didn't her parents like you?
I feel as if they used to. I feel like towards the end, they quit liking me. Last night, actually, Patrice's mom took the phone from Patrice because Patrice woke her up. She said, "This is done." That was the last words I ever heard.
Oh, and she hung up?
Yeah, that was the last words I ever heard.
She didn't talk to you?
No, she just said, "This is done." Last words I ever heard.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I thought she was going to start yelling at you.
No, she had no reason to yell at me. I've only been respectful to them, so. If they did yell at me, I wouldn't know where it's coming from. Because I was very respectful.
Yeah, I thought you said they liked you.
They did, as far as I know.
So how long were you in Florida?
Moved down January 4th, I think was my last day in New York.
So almost 10 months? 11 months?
Yeah,
basically?
10 months. Well, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, most of October, so yeah, just about 10.
So how did it work, like you still had your New York State license, right? And you could drive down there?
Nope. When I moved down there, I had to get a Florida license.
Really?
When I came back, I got my New York license, and I've been driving around without a license for the last week and a half, because it's been in the mail. I had to pay $50 to actually get my license in New York.
Wait, I thought you already had a license.
I did, but they cut it up when you go to Florida, because you can't have 2 licenses.
That's dumb.
Yeah, so, and now, back to having my New York license.
So you still have your Florida license?
Oh, they cut it up. You can't.
What do you mean they cut it up?
They take it from you, and they cut it. You're not allowed to have more than 1 license.
Like, you can't keep it?
No, you
That's
can't.
Dumb.
Yeah, because the Florida one's in color.
I'd want, go to all 50 states, get all 50 licenses type of thing.
Well, there's more than 50 states, Chris.
What are you talking about?
51.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about?
Puerto Rico's not in yet.
Well, you got, Hawaii, Alaska.
49 and
Yeah,
50.
I know, I'm kidding.
Like, where are we going with this? I'm pretty sure Guam's not a state.
Yeah.
Dude, we were talking about in class today. Do you remember when they sent out that fake nuclear text to the people on Hawaii? In 2016 that, hey, a nuclear strike's incoming.
Oh,
yeah. Do you remember that? That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Everybody in Hawaii thought they were going to die.
That would be funny.
That'd be funny.
Imagine
April Fools.
They drop a nuke. April Fools! And everybody just appears from out of nowhere, comes back.
Oh my god.
It was just as fake as the moon landing.
also believe we didn't go to the moon.
No, we definitely went to the moon.
We did not go to the moon.
Yes, we went to the moon.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
Gage, you're telling me when we went to the moon in an age where we were just starting to get color photographs and color videos?
Okay.
Like, come on.
Color doesn't matter.
Come on.
Color didn't matter back then.
I don't know. In the South, I'm pretty sure it mattered a lot.
Oh, well, matters to me.
Yeah?
Yes.
We didn't go to the moon.
We went to the moon.
There's no... Dude, it's 1969. We didn't go to the moon. They had to, like, wheel on, like, 3 millibytes from, like, trucks. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the giant computers?
Yeah.
So, like, how did they even do it? Like, somebody wrote a bunch of code, and that's how they got to the moon?
It's a mathematical equation, Chris.
Yeah, but do you know the chances of successful completion? Like, we could do it today, but back then...
It was obviously good enough to where they felt good enough to do it.
We didn't do it.
Yes, we did. We did not fake going to the moon.
It's literally, there's like a 90% chance of failure and 10% chance of success.
Okay.
Like, there's
Same
no
with
way.
pregnancy.
What?
Same with pregnancy. You know, there's a big chance of failure, small chance of success. Still happens all the time.
Well, I feel like it depends on the person.
Ah, no. Women these days, you know, they're constantly getting hit in the stomach with random things. You know, sometimes it's from their husband's baseball bat, but sometimes they slip and fall down the stairs
without getting pushed in the back.
Yeah, you know. Women are dumb.
I was having this argument with Josh Austin too that he thinks we went to the moon. I was like, no,
we went to the moon.
We did not go to the moon.
Was the Holocaust real?
Yeah.
Then the moon landing was real.
That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. You think 10 million people just didn't fight back? Yeah, they have guns, but there's 10 million people. What if they all run at them? You ever think of that?
I'm just gonna pretend you didn't say that, because me and you were both into World War II. We took World War II history together.
No, we did not. You said, "This is my study hall. I come down here for study hall."
Wait, you actually didn't think I was in that class with
I
you?
knew you were in the class, Chris. I'm just saying you're retarded.
Oh, okay. Well, just call me retarded then. You're retarded for thinking we didn't go to the moon. Or we did go to the moon.
Yeah, we didn't go to the moon, did we, Chris?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Bar none, we went to the moon. You know what? This is a heavy topic. We need to lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got your Florida license in there?
No.
What is this?
It's a new iPhone.
Why do you need 3 cameras? I don't understand why they do this. Why do they just keep adding cameras?
I haven't gotten a new phone since 2015, 2016, and my phone was able to be upgraded. So, I did what I did.
I couldn't have a phone without a home button. It'd be too weird.
Yeah, I didn't like it either at first, but then, you know, all my passwords, all I have to do is just look at it.
No, the government really cool. Has your face.
The government had my face a long time ago, Chris.
Yeah, that's true.
You know how many security cameras I look into? Go cross-eyed. Call them a bunch of gooks, you know? They have my face. How about you, Chris? You got any women in your life?
No.
None?
No.
And this doesn't depress you at all.
I was told. Oh, it's pretty upsetting, but I was told by Ken's girlfriend that I need to get a girlfriend just so she has someone to talk to during soccer games.
Really?
Yeah. So I put an ad out on Craigslist. Haven't got any hits back, but
Craigslist.
We'll see what happens.
Craigslist killer, Chris Shrek.
Why would I go to Tinder when you can go to Craigslist?
You're right. You know, I'll join your soccer team. How about that? I bet you I'm better than half those people.
I'm joining your soccer team is what's happening.
That's not going to go through.
Listen, Ryan Girth, please let me join your soccer team. It'll be fun. I'll just make fun of Gage the entire time. Who doesn't like that?
Trust me, my friends love making fun of me.
See, I'll fit right in.
It's the number one topic, is Gage.
I mean, I never get fun of, so I don't know what it's like.
You don't know what it's like? You big-eared fuck.
Fisher never makes fun of me.
Yeah, it's a lie. You even drink your water like a fucking pansy.
How do you drink water like a pansy, Gage?
Oh, like a chimpanzee.
I've never seen a chimp drink water.
Just happens. was so close to your
It
head.
literally went over my head.
Oh, wow. That would have been so good. I would have got that on camera, too. Right in the head.
Pretty sure you did that in the stats one time.
Most likely.
Take a bottle cap.
I love flicking bottle caps at people. He just goes. It's like the airplane. When you make a paper airplane in movies and it's flying down, it goes. You know, it doesn't actually make that sound, but everyone does it.
Dude, that's one thing I miss about high school, is making random paper airplanes across the classroom. Like, if you did that in college, people are like, what is wrong with you?
Well, Chris, I think you just got to be yourself. I've always been myself. You know how many paper airplanes I made when I lived down in Florida just because I was bored?
Yeah.
I'd make a paper airplane, I'd throw it at the ceiling fan and watch it just whoosh. Ceiling fan hits it, it goes flying somewhere in the room random.
So, is there such thing as a paper jet? Because people tried to tell me in elementary school there's a paper jet. Like, there's a way to make it. I'm like, what are you talking about? A paper airplane's a paper airplane.
Yeah, maybe like origami, it'll look like a jet, but it's not going to.
I heard it had something to do with, like, the wings. Like, you make you press the wings down more or something? I don't know.
It's not going to fly faster.
I don't know. I could never make a paper airplane, so...
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Want me to show you?
No.
Why not?
Because millions of people have showed me, and I failed every time, so...
It's easy.
I can't make an origami Yoda, though.
You can make an origami Yoda.
Yeah, if you ever want one, let me know.
I can make a frog.
Yeah?
Yeah. It doesn't look like a frog, but it acts like one. It goes... Pew.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep random pieces of paper?
I got it from a magician at the Fulton Memorial Day salute thing they have in the hockey rink.
Sounds like a big scam.
Yeah. He gave it to me for free.
Okay, then it was fine, because
Yeah.
it's free. But
Some creepy old man giving like a 9-year-old paper frog.
sounds like your dad.
He would be the type to be in the
He's
origami.
not creepy.
But
Your dad's a really nice guy.
I think he's creepy.
I don't think he's creepy.
Everyone thinks he's a nice guy, and I think he's a creep.
You know, actually, I was talking. I was at dinner with my dad, not too long ago. I was like, I'm going to Chris's after this. He's like, all right. I'm like, I wonder how old his dad is. And I was like, his dad's really old. My dad goes, oh, he's a nice guy, though. Yeah, just out of nowhere, my dad goes like, yeah, he's a nice guy. How old is your dad?
I don't know what... Like, you ever have something with your parents where, like, there's a topic that they just won't talk about with you? Like, at all?
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Like, they will never talk about their age with me, ever. I don't know why.
They've never been asked their date of birth in front of you?
I mean, they have, but I don't...
You don't remember it?
No.
Wow. Do you even know his birthday?
March. I know it's March, and it's, like, either before or after St. Patrick's Day, but I can't remember when. I think it's before, like, a couple days before.
My dad's birthday usually falls on Mother's Day. Weird, right?
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just how it goes.
Like, what if you mix up the presents? Give them, like, a vacuum?
I don't give my mom shit for Mother's Day.
No?
No. I got her a mother's ring.
What's a mother's ring?
Has, like, Josh's and my birthstone in it. And she lost it. And when the next year comes around, we got her... Well, it wasn't the next year, but we got her a new one. And the same year we got her a new one, she found the one she lost in the washing machine.
Why is it in the washing machine?
That thing's been lost for, like, years. It just randomly pops up in the washing machine.
What's Josh doing now? He's moving out of state yet?
No. A parent... I know the government's listening, but...
The government's listening.
He filled out these papers. That's because obviously
green card?
he doesn't want to get the vaccine. But if your religion goes against the vaccine, they cannot mandate you to get it. So Josh is Father Brandon.
No, you're joking.
No, I'm not
There's
joking.
no way.
He is Father Brandon.
Why did he get ordained? He didn't need to get ordained, did he?
No, he is fake, Chris. It's completely fake, obviously. Oh my gosh. But
Brandon.
yeah, he's Christian.
So he got a fake ID.
No. He had to fill out paperwork and everything, but he's a Christian now. You'd be proud of him.
Should have done something fun like Hindu or something.
Should have done Muslim. There's pork in the vaccine. That'd be so fun. Oh gosh. Your dog looks very submissive and breedable. Cody Metcalf.
Moving on.
Oh.
Fucking Florida, man. What was it like? Did you like it more than here?
Weather-wise, it was pretty nice. Activity-wise, yeah.
There's a lot more to do.
Not a lot more to do, it's just things I enjoy more. Like, I'm a big nature guy. I like going outside.
We have outside in New York.
Yeah, but they have, like, fresh springs. Like, comes right out of the ground. Super crystal clear water. Same temperature.
Drink?
No. Like, people go there. It's like a tourist place.
Yeah, but you could probably drink it, right?
I wouldn't. There's sulfur in it.
It's good for you.
No, it's really not. It makes your pee smell like rotten eggs. Same as asparagus.
Never had asparagus.
I don't like it. It makes your pee smell bad. I feel like you don't eat much, Chris.
I eat a lot.
No, I meant types of food.
Yeah, I don't. I'm very picky.
You're a picky eater?
Yeah.
You want to know what I've ate in the last 3 days?
What's that?
Couple brownies. Couple more brownies. And I had mac and cheese. And I got French fries from Mimi's. That is what I have ate in 3 days.
You sound like me at college.
I just can't eat very much. Every time I eat lately, I feel sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Could be dying.
Well, I get like 2 hours of sleep. I mean, I get these headaches.
So you are dying.
It could be, yeah. I told my dad, I go, Dad, I think I'm sick. He goes, oh, let's hope not. So, but I got a doctor's appointment Friday because I have to get a new doctor now that I moved back to New York. So.
Oh, you had to get a doctor down there?
No, I never got a doctor down there.
No.
I didn't get health insurance down there.
No? So if something happened to you?
Yeah.
Wait, how did the hospital work then?
There's a $5,000 bill I'm solely paying. $42 every 2 weeks.
So that's why you didn't want to go back the second time?
No, it's because they were going to do all the same shit and give me the same thing. When I can just get the medicine. And it all goes away. But that's okay. Because my new doctor, his name's Joe. Just Joe. I don't know his last name. The lady didn't tell me. She goes, Joe is in
not even
G3.
doctor.
Just Joe. That's a real doctor, huh? Just Joe. He goes, oh, the doctor you used to go to, he's no longer a part of the practice. That's a good sign. Scary.
Joe.
This is what has happened to my doctors. I had Dr. Gemelli. He was there for a while.
Was he kind of smelly?
No, he was actually a really cool Italian guy. Loved him. My whole family went there. We all loved him. He was like illegally writing prescriptions. Apparently, he got kicked out of the practice, but he made his millions over his 30 years. And then I went to this Ryan Izzo fella. He was pretty cool.
Fella.
He was a young guy, probably 20s, closer to 30. He was pretty cool. I liked him. And then there was this one lady. I don't know her name.
What happened to the young guy?
He left the practice as well. Then there was the young
illegal
lady.
prescriptions?
I don't know. To be honest, I got no clue.
Probably banging the secretary.
My water bottle just moved and I didn't touch it. I might be seeing stuff, but I think my water bottle.
If there are any spirits here,
please let us know.
You even ghost Gage?
Well, funny story. One time we were all sitting at the dinner table, and recently we just got a cat, and he was trying to claw people through the back of the chair because there's like little holes in the back of the chair. He was trying to claw people. We thought it was funny. We took a picture of it, and in the back of the picture, there's the ghost of this little boy, like 100% serious. Like
it's clear?
Not edited photo, yes. And we had it printed, and it was like in a photo frame in our house.
Why'd you frame it?
Because we want people to believe us, and one day it just disappeared.
What are you talking about?
The photo frame just disappeared. Like, we can't find it anywhere.
There's no way it just disappeared.
Yes, it's actually just disappeared. Because my whole family would actually make jokes about the little boy that lives in our basement. Because the picture was taken right above the part of our basement where there's like a slave cellar. Like there's a room that locks from the outside. On the inside, there's no windows, completely pitch black, no light. There's like a place for like chain and shackles. Because it was a long time ago when, slavery was still around.
Yeah, but we didn't really have it up here.
In the beginning. Yeah, we did.
So what's the history about the house then? Why did there need to be a slave in the basement?
I don't know. I guess it was like originally like the foundation was laid like that long ago. So the basement was there.
But like
since then the house has been...
a house or was it like a business or?
It was a house.
So what's
it was just a normal basement.
I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a slave cellar. Maybe it was.
It was probably a fruit cellar.
No, you don't need shackles for fruit.
Okay, well.
Maybe
the shackle's still there.
No, but like there's the little iron bar that you put them through.
It's probably not for shackles. It's probably for something with the fruit cellar.
Maybe they had like sex trafficking going down. Maybe that's why the house was so cheap. Yeah, no, the house wasn't so cheap.
Sex slaves in the basement will drive your house price down.
Yep. There's a little 7-year-old ghost of a 7-year-old boy. He died getting raped.
What was
Rape is here. Stop it.
What was the boy doing in the photo?
It looked like he...
Like, was he looking at you guys?
No, he was like looking... Like, say the picture was taken from this way, he was facing like this way.
Like looking diagonal?
Yeah, so like... The picture was here, the photo was here.
Well, you guys were all looking at the...
Yeah, looking at the cat. No, we were looking at the cat. It was like, took a picture in the moment type of thing. And, he looked like he was like, 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there.
And you could see him clearly.
Yeah, it was pretty clear.
Like,
and he was wearing a ball cap, like one of those old ball cap hats, and he had like a little mini tool belt type of thing going on. He had like shorts and a t-shirt. It was clear as day.
I think you're making this up.
No, it was clear as day.
How could you see this much detail?
I don't know.
Was it like dark behind him?
Well, it was over a black vent where you could see him. Yeah. So it was like a darker area, but I'm not a big ghost believer. Even though that happened, just not a big ghost believer.
What do you mean, not a big ghost believer?
Just don't really believe in ghosts. Don't believe in spirits. Don't really.
Really?
I think once you die, you die, and then.
So what about that picture then?
It's unexplainable by me.
Because it's a ghost.
No, it could be reflection from somewhere or something.
Well, then you were just telling me, you could see the ball cap. And
yeah, you could, but it could be a reflection from something. Yeah,
from what?
I don't know. It could have been TV reflection. Could have been there's a kid outside and you reflected off a mirror or something. I don't know.
Spirits are real, Gage. Just gotta go with it.
I think once you die, you either get buried or cremated or torn apart by a pack of wolves. However you die, and then you're dead. It just ends.
There's nothing after.
Nope. That's why
no reincarnation. No.
That's why I take my life like I want to live it to the fullest. Even though I'm 19, I don't want to wait around for, to do things in life. I want to do it right now.
Yeah, just retire right now.
If I had the money, I'd retire right now.
I think we'd all retire if we had the money.
I would go fishing every other day. I'd do everything I love every day.
Is that what you did a lot in Florida, fish?
Well,
you always talked about going fishing a lot.
Towards the end, I went fishing. Never caught shit. I've had more alligators bite than fish.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. We should bring alligators to Lake Neonawana.
You
That'd
really?
be fun.
Really?
That's what I'm going to do as mayor. It's going to be our tourist attraction.
Yeah, so in the winter when the lake freezes, you're just going to have a frozen alligator just sitting there.
It's fine. When it thaws in the spring, they'll be back.
Yeah, they'll be back.
They're hibernating.
Yeah. No, they're just sleeping. You import
Upside down.
You import new ones every single year. Yeah, they're just sleeping. One of them had a scar originally, so you have to cut every single one you import now.
Can't imagine somebody looking at the city budget and like, why are we spending like $10,000 on alligators?
Exotic animal import? What the hell is this? Is this even legal?
You're raising our taxes? Why?
Well, how many people live in Fulton?
10,000.
what's one more dollar on your taxes? It's just $1.
And then it's
You get
another
alligators.
$1, and then another $1.
Yeah, well, you get alligators. Then you get monkeys.
Where are we gonna put the monkeys?
In the trees.
I don't think that would go over too well.
And then you get napalm strikes to kill the monkeys in the trees.
God. I love napalm.
Yeah, me
so
too.
hard, man.
You ever see VGHS?
Yeah, video game high school.
The energy drink napalm.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that scene at the end of the first season, in the finale, like the final game, and there's like that big explosion at the end.
Oh yeah.
Do you know they really did that?
Really?
Yeah, like the actors talked about like in an interview how hot it was.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, but they could only. There was no retakes because they only had enough money to buy like the one explosive, so if they messed it up, they were screwed.
Yeah, it's like what happened in that one Joker film. I don't remember what it was. He's like coming out of the hospital or whatever, and he pushes the button, and it won't explode.
It won't explode.
And then it explodes. Like that
that
wasn't supposed to happen.
No?
No, it wasn't supposed to
So
happen.
we just improvised that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It is, isn't it? Bet you didn't know that.
I didn't.
The more you know.
The more you Joe. Have you seen those videos?
No,
It's so
I don't
funny.
want to see those videos. Chris, you once sent me... No, you convinced Steven to send me a video of a cat falling over 100 stories. I did not even watch the full video because I was explained what it was, and I could never live with that.
I got Steven to send it to you and I didn't send it to you. Steven loves that video. You didn't even see the end when it hits the ground?
I didn't want to.
Oh my God.
Why would I want to see a nice, innocent cat?
It's pretty funny. It's pretty sad, but it's pretty funny.
You ever seen the video of the bodies hitting the ground from 9/11?
I've seen the one where like you can hear them hitting the glass from the lobby thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Have you ever seen one though?
I've seen the pictures of like the bodies falling from the.
Yeah, imagine that, but a little innocent cat.
What do we got? We got pizza coming.
What are you doing, you mooch?
Hey, you're on a podcast right now.
Gage.
You're on you.
I'm at Chris Trax.
Are you in that too?
Yeah, I'm here.
We're live.
Hey,
Yeah,
tell myself what's up.
I will. I don't know what time I'll be around, but I'll definitely stop home to grab the supplies.
Alright, sounds good. I thought you were hanging out with us, but
I am hanging out with you, but I had this plan before.
I get it. It's cool. I'm not.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Driving around?
Oh, you're driving to Tyler's favorite spot out in his old house?
No, he's driving the Camaro. We're just whipping.
Oh, I don't fit in the Camaro. My head is slanted on the ceiling.
Yeah, you guys sit in the back seat.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later for sure.
Alright, fuck you, Gage.
All right. See you later. See, I'm so much nicer. He goes, all right, fuck you, Gage. See you later. You know, see, that's how my friends treat me. You know, that's why guy friendships always work.
I love how I was talking to him. He's like, Gage?
He got scared. Yeah, I turned the camera to you. He goes, Gage? What the heck? I don't want to talk to this kid. Oh, this kid's a psychopath.
Yeah.
You know, Chris, you got a nice skin tone. Where'd you get tan? How did you tan?
I'm not tan.
You are a little tan.
I don't know.
See, we have like the same skin complexion. Besides, mine's covered in arm hair. Isn't that crazy?
Maybe I'm Italian. I hope not. I want to be.
I think you're Italian.
I don't want to be a
Chris.
filthy guinea.
I think you're Italian. I mean, you got a big ass nose.
That's from Poland.
Yeah, sure.
Shout out to Poland. It was Polish Independence Day
The
yesterday.
Polacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their 4th of July yesterday.
Don't you remember when the Germans drove their tanks over the plains of Poland?
Come visit Germany before Germany visits you. Have you seen the BMW? Or I don't think it's BMW. It's like some gas station billboard, which is like Berlin to Warsaw in one tank or something like that, and then it's like a German tank under
That's
it.
so funny. Oh God.
What do you think about electric cars, Gage?
I think they're great.
Yeah?
Yes.
Ever ridden in one?
Yes.
I've never been in one.
I've been in an electric car. I've been in hybrid. Hybrids are really nice.
Yeah.
Because you can go gas or electric.
So is it just completely silent?
Just about.
And the
You
car
can
doesn't shake?
barely hear it. Doesn't really move at all.
Weird.
You see those Teslas? Like, the base models that they just came out? I think it's like the Model 3? I don't know. They go 0 to 60 in like 6 seconds, base model.
Isn't that crazy?
But it's just because it's an electric car.
You can't do that in a gas car.
You can do it in gas cars. It's not as easy. Electric cars have a lot more. They don't have more horsepower necessarily, but they have more acceleration.
Why?
Do I look like I can tell you that answer?
Well, how do you know they have more acceleration?
Because I'm a big Elon Musk fan.
I like Elon Musk.
I think
too.
Elon Musk is one of the smartest dudes ever. I saw him on a Joe Rogan podcast smoking weed. You know?
And then you were like, that's my hero.
I'm like, dude, that's one of the richest men in the world smoking weed on a live podcast. Where else could you go wrong?
Amazing.
You never see Bill Gates pull up, or Warren Buffett, or frickin'...
Bill Gates is close to death. He's been dead for like 10 years.
You don't see Jeff Bezos puffing on a joint, you know?
You know he can get fired, but he left his company. He's not the CEO anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Kicked him out.
Who?
Amazon.
I don't
Like
think it
the
works
board.
like that.
Well, I don't remember how it worked. I
How?
just remember he's not CEO. He had like some disagreement with somebody.
You
And it wasn't his
started...
wife.
He started a freaking company. How does he get kicked out of his own
I don't
company?
think he got kicked out, but like he left voluntarily, but it's because they were like, you need to
He still
leave.
owns it, though.
I mean, yeah, he owns a lot of stock.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird how
More than 50%.
how like we take companies from private to public, and like people can buy pieces of your company?
Yeah, and they invest in your
It's
company.
so weird.
I think it's cool. I am actually a big stock market fan.
I don't know anything about it.
I actually thought about, saving some money and start getting into day trading.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've thought about it.
Like one of those guys that just sits at a diner the entire day and drinks coffee and trades stocks.
Nah, sometimes you can sit there for an hour, make, $500.
Why don't you just gamble and do that?
Gambling, there's a lot more luck involved rather than knowing what you're doing.
No, I'm just talking about like sports.
Do you know how sports been going this year, Chris? The Ravens lost to the frickin' Dolphins last night.
I mean, the
Who
Bills
expects
lost to the
that?
Jaguars.
You're right. The Titans lost to the Jets. Crap happens all
Bills
the time.
lost to the Titans, which shouldn't have happened.
Bills suck.
They don't suck.
Dude, they lost to the worst team in the league.
They're so dumb sometimes.
They lost to the worst team in the league, just saying.
They did.
I don't know, the Texans might be the worst team in the
No, it's
league.
definitely the Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence is the GOAT, man. I hate him. Just
Who
kidding.
does he play for now? Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
He's
I
a
didn't watch
rookie.
the game. I was asleep.
He's a rookie, dude.
I always feel like he's on a better team.
Nah, he was the number one pick.
No, I'm thinking of the LSU guy, Billy.
LSU, Joe Burrow?
Yeah, Joe Burrow. I don't know why.
He's
I
on the
think
Bengals.
Yeah, he's on the Bengals.
They're actually doing good this year.
Yeah.
But, who else has a positive record? The Patriots.
Yeah, the Bills are only a half a game out of the Patriots now.
Patriots are getting hot, too.
Why do you like the Patriots again?
Dad was a Patriots fan.
Why does he like the Patriots?
I don't know.
Because it usually seems like everyone who likes the opposite team, like a Boston team, they always go, "Oh, I have family from there." It's like, okay, then stay in Massachusetts, fuckface. We don't want you here.
No, my dad's not a Red Sox fan.
But you are.
Yes, I'm a Red Sox fan because my uncle BJ is a huge Red Sox fan. He goes to Fenway games quite often, and he's taken me a few times, and I've been there a few times, and it's a great place.
You've been on the Monster?
That's actually where we sit every time.
Really?
Yes, the
That's
Monster.
pretty cool.
It is. It's cool as hell. It's cold up there is what it is. It's cold. Especially on a windy night. I was there when, what was it? It was the 500 home run ceremony for David Ortiz. He hit his 500th home run away in an away game, but I was there for the ceremony or whatever. That was a pretty cool night. I actually caught a baseball.
At Fenway.
Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
Isn't it? Yeah, it is.
It's awesome.
Barehanded, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, who brings their glove when you're, when you're 15 years old? You don't really bring a glove to a baseball game.
I did.
Yeah, I probably would have. But
You forgot.
maybe, yeah, a little bit. And the drive to Boston didn't take that long because my uncle drives 90 the whole freaking way. He's a maniac. But, he's got a good life going for him.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool things. He goes to Bills games, and, I went to that Bills-Patriots game. That was the coldest game I've ever been to. Of anything. It was in the negatives with the wind. And I said, Dad, I'm hungry. So we went up there. We got some chicken wings, and I ate them. They were so spicy. My lips were on fire, and the rest of my body was shivering. It was an extravaganza.
Dude, I went to the Bills game and had a hot chocolate there. And that, actually, it was so bad. It was just like heated water.
Yeah.
No chocolate. It was terrible.
And it was probably like $9 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
heated
annoying.
water with chocolate syrup.
I could have made that.
Oh, you know what I did get to see?
What?
I saw. I was on the jumbotron thing. I think it was Devin McCourty had a pick six that game,
Yeah?
and I was in like the 4th or 5th row, and we were all like standing up cheering, and you watch like the replay. I'm like, oh, that's me. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, I'm in the background of a touchdown.
That's awesome.
Highlight of my life. No, I think the highlight of my life, I was at a Syracuse football game. Definitely not in my life, but like just in a public sporting event. I was at a Syracuse football game, and I think it was Ryan Girth. He was sitting there, and he's sitting there rubbing his nipple, and I pull my shirt up in the jumbotron, starts looking at us, and we're up there. And then there's a guy next to us dancing, he's like... And he looks at it, he's absolutely trash. He got escorted out of the game like 5 minutes later.
But you guys didn't.
No, but he was like drunk as hell. There's a difference. He was shouting. We were just being retards.
It's hard to explain to people that don't go to football games how much fun a football game is.
Football games are really fun.
Like, you can it's the one place you can go and scream as loud as you want and nobody cares because everyone else is doing the same thing.
Unless you scream the N-word. Then they care. Or if you scream like... faggot, then they get upset.
If it's at the refs, no one cares.
Yeah, no.
You could call the refs the N-word and no one would care.
If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you throw dildos on the field.
I remember that. It's pretty funny. Should bring that back. Spice things up.
I was at the mall today. I went to all their sports stores. I asked them, you guys got any Mac Jones jerseys? Nope. Can't find one to save my life.
Is it bad I don't know who Mac Jones is?
Rookie of the year.
What year?
He's going to be the rookie of the year.
I was going to say, what?
He's the quarterback for the Patriots.
Oh.
He has the highest rookie rating at the moment. And
where do you go to school?
It's a good freaking question. I'm not sure. I think Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma.
No, was he a Sooner or was he a Ohio State guy?
Probably Ohio State. Didn't they just win the national championship last year?
What college did Mac Jones go to?
What do you like more?
He went to Bama.
Really?
Apparently, he was a Bama quarterback.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, because he was
being the Bama
he was Tua's teammate. Because Tua beat him, and it was like a teammate face-off type of thing. Yeah. Well,
I like college football more than professional. How about you?
I'm a professional football guy.
See, it's because you haven't been... I mean, I haven't been either.
I've never got to go see a football game of the team I like in college.
Why? What team do you like in college?
I'm a big Wolverine fan. Michigan.
Why? You gotta be a Syracuse fan, man.
I've always wanted to go to Michigan for college. I mean, plans changed when I moved down to Florida for a girl, but...
Could have gone to Florida State. That would have been wicked fun.
Wasn't that far from me.
It would have been so much
40
fun.
minutes from where I lived.
They didn't even do anything because of COVID.
I know, right?
Like, you could have just kept going to school.
But Now, I actually have an appointment with my academic advisor on Monday about classes I'm going to take for the rest of the semester.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about that. So when you were taking classes online, was that for a place in Florida or up here?
It's in Florida still.
So how are you, like Zoom?
No. You don't go to class.
No, how are you meeting your advisor, Zoom?
Oh, I'm just calling her. I met her in person a few times. She's cool.
So you're going to finish the semester?
Smoke show.
How old is she?
Too old.
Does she still smoke?
Yeah. I mean, she might be like 30. She looks 20.
Nice.
Her age is off the clock, man.
Oh, God. Can't wait for this podcast to get pulled.
Can't wait for high school. Girls to get older.
You ever watched the movie Dazed and Confused?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, my God. Oh, it's Matthew McConaughey's first movie. And he plays, like, a 22, 23-year-old guy who, like, still hangs out with high school kids. And he asks, like, one of the 8th graders who's going to be a freshman. He's like, hey, man, how are those freshman girls going to be coming in next year? Any good selection or something like that?
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
Could never happen today.
Dude, freshman girls in high school now look like they're 8.
We look like we were 8 when we were in freshmen.
The fuck we did?
I did.
We looked 10 times more mature than the kids coming in now.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, we did.
I still have my old haircut back up.
I don't see any 4'6" kids that were coming in the same year as us. You know, nowadays I feel like 5 foot's the average height for a freshman.
Yeah, do you ever think that, like, when we were growing up, like, the older kids were always way taller than us, and we never, like, when we were seniors, we were never that tall? I mean, you were, but I wasn't.
No, honestly, like...
Like, I always thought the older kids, like, seniors looked like men. Like, you could tell they were men. Versus when I was a senior, I was like, no, I still look like a dumb teenager.
Yeah, because they didn't think they looked like men, you know what I mean? They think I look like a teenager because you got used to what your body looks like. You got used to the facial hair. You got used to all that crap. You know, for some of us, the facial hair started in 6th grade. For some of us, it never started. But for some of us, it's the chest hair. For some people, you never got any. For me,
You're Italian?
there's not a single part of my body that's not covered.
Yeah, Caleb Hogan.
I mean, like, wraps all around.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You know Caleb Hogan's going to be the next guest on the podcast?
Is he?
Yeah, he's coming back to New York.
When?
Like, 23rd till...
You know who you should have on your
December.
podcast? Colin Fife.
See, I don't know him, but I'm pretty sure you told me that before.
Yeah, he's one of my friends. He's in either the Army or the military.
Well,
He's going to school to work on aircrafts.
that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah. He just came back, like, last week.
How long's he got?
He's here until, I think he said, like, 24th or something. What is today?
It's the
12th. Sheesh.
World War I ended yesterday.
Did it?
11/11/18. The 11th hour, the 11th month, the 11th day. That's what it is. Remember that?
Yeah.
We finally stopped sitting in a trench for 4 years.
Yeah, people just tried walking out of the trench, but they forgot their feet in the boots that they were wearing.
They got their head sniped off.
Yeah, they took their boot off one time, and he goes, there's so much crap in my boot. What the heck? He's like, he pulls out, he's like, oh, that's my whole foot. Just came out. His whole foot's just gone.
So disgusting. So, what are you doing with college, like, after this semester? You gonna go someplace around here? Or?
I'm thinking about transferring to Oswego State.
Nice.
Might even go to campus. I'm not going to live there because I live so close. You know, it's a 20-minute drive. I wouldn't mind making that every day.
What are you majoring in again?
Business, marketing, and It's marketing and management, I believe.
So, like,
I think
business management?
Pretty much, yeah. Just on the business side of things. You know, it'd be so cool to... What if I was one of those guys you see on SportsCenter? You know what I mean?
Like a commentator?
Yeah, it'd be cool to be a commentator, like an analyst type of thing. That'd be super cool. But it's also like marketing aspect. So like, I could design shit for businesses and whatnot too. You know, what if I created the new Pornhub logo?
Jesus Christ. You guys need to rebrand.
You know, the black and yellow is iconic, but what if we go white and black? Call it Interracial Hub.
Dude, I still think it's hilarious. What city is it that they have a billboard? Is it like LA or is it New York? It's New York, right?
Probably LA.
It's hilarious.
There's everything in LA, dude.
You can find aliens in LA if you really wanted to.
You could probably find your mother there.
It's actually Oswego right now.
Oh, damn. Well, I might just take her to LA.
Oh my god. So, you're talking about day trading. How does that work?
Basically, it's like, there's certain, like, sites and all this, like, a more popular one is called, NASDAQ. It's just like,
well, that's the stock market.
Yeah, but there's multiple things. There's one called Future. It is the stock market, but certain companies trade through different, like, organizations, you can say. Or not even that. It's more of like just a website it runs through. Like, it's all part of the stock market. You know, they're all stocks on the stock market, but there's different ways to access them and trade. Like, different websites, different, all that.
So, would you just have to make an account and then you can start trading? Like, how does it work?
You would have to make an account, but you have to, deposit, like, a certain amount of money. You have to make, like, a certain amount of deposit to even start trading.
Into this organization.
I think the lowest you can do that aren't penny stocks is, like, $50. And then if you do, what are they called? I forget the name, but, like, the lowest for that's, like, $5.50 for, like, the next step up.
Jesus Christ.
But they don't cost $5.50 to buy. That's just
getting in.
Yeah, you have to put $5.50
and then you
down.
Start buying.
But you have that in your account. You put $5.50 down, it's in your account. You know, you could buy something that's worth $40, and you can buy, let's say, like 20 of them. You know, that's $800. And then the stock goes up, you sell it, you make maybe $80 off it. But sometimes the value goes down in the trend and you lose money.
What do you think about cryptocurrency?
Hit and miss.
What do you think about it? Do you think
terrible? I mean, how do you...
do you think it's going to happen in the future, or...
Is it going to translate to something I can put in my hand?
Like cash?
If I have 100 Bitcoin, you're a millionaire. But am I ever going to see that cash in my hand? Unless someone buys that Bitcoin, or I sell that for something else, and find a way to get into actual currency, I'm never going to see that money.
So you like seeing the money in your hand?
Yeah, I'd much rather be able to own stock and be like, all right, I want to cash out, and I get my money.
So you're not going to get any cryptocurrency?
Most likely not, unless it's like the next Bitcoin or like Dogecoin. And
See, I don't even know what Bitcoin is, though.
It's just a currency used to trade mainly on like black market and gambling websites.
It's created in Japan by this group or this guy. No one really knows.
Yeah,
it just became this thing.
I think it was Elon Musk said, if you knew the creator, if you knew the person that was behind Bitcoin, it would be worth nothing. Because
so it's the mystery that fuels it?
It's not the mystery that fuels it. It's like the person that created Dogecoin, he sold it all for like $1,300 and he bought like a car or something. If he didn't sell anything and he kept what he kept, 10 years later, it would have been worth like $11 million or something like that, I think it said.
Why?
I guess it's just the value of the currency itself.
Like, how does that even happen? Is it just humans deciding, like, what it's worth and then people agreeing? Or, like...
Well, kind of, sort of. I mean, currency's that way. It's... let's take like cigarettes as a currency. They're not an actual currency, but like if you're in war, you might use them to trade.
Prison.
Yeah, or you're in prison, you can use them to like trade stuff. You set a certain value, how valuable they are to you.
Yeah.
So, that currency is a certain amount of value depending on what it can do, like, for you and stuff. Like Bitcoin, obviously, the price skyrocketed because it became so popular and so demanded because people want a safer way, I guess, and they think that's safer than, banks or because, you'd probably rather put your money into, like, real estate than a bank. Because a bank, your money gets very little value over and over time. They just keep it for you. And if the bank goes bankrupt, you could just lose the money.
Bank can't go bankrupt because of the FDIC.
But, like, if a bank goes, like, out of business.
It can't. Unless they're not a member of the FDIC.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But, like, a whole branch of, like, a bank system just poof, gone. There was issues with it.
Somebody lights the building on fire.
Yeah, like, you're guaranteed a certain amount of money, but you're not guaranteed all of it unless it's a certain amount. If you invest that money that could be in the bank, let's say you have $140,000 in the bank. Let's say you buy a house with it. The house market, the value of the house is going up and up and up. It's worth more money, but if you put it in a bank, it's just going to sit there and do nothing. Because when you buy that house for $120,000, you can sell it for $120,000 as soon as you buy it.
It just seems weird that there's so many cryptocurrencies and everyone's saying like, "Oh, it's the future." Like, well, which one's the future? Like, are they all going to be? Is there going to be more?
No,
is there going to be one that they're going to single out like Bitcoin? That's like the main one that everyone agrees.
No, I feel like it's not trustworthy because you can't. It's just not cash. It's not. You can't get billions of yen. You can't get $100 bill. You can't get whatever the Canadians use. I know they use cash. I don't know what theirs are called.
Pounds.
Canadians aren't pounds.
Pretty sure it's pounds. Because they just took it from the British. Because the British use like pounds.
Yeah. And then, other countries like euros and... You can't get that, though. Unless someone buys it. Unless someone buys it from you. Like, directly, just about.
Yeah.
Or if you trade something for it with value. Maybe you buy a liver off the black market with Bitcoin.
Now we're in China.
With Bitcoin, right? And you buy the liver. And then you sell the liver for cash. That's one way. But how are you getting cash from it? When I was down in Florida, you know what I saw? A machine where you can buy Bitcoin.
Like a generator?
No, like... You put $1,000 into that machine, and it'll give you the amount of Bitcoin $1,000 is equal to. I think it's like 1/64th Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's like $64,000 or something right now.
So weird.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't think it's the future? You're sticking to cash.
No, it's not the future.
What is the future? Future's when we go.
Future's endless inflammation.
That doesn't sound like fun. You better get some medicine for that. Jesus Christ.
No, the future is endless, just... Currency's going to go to shit sooner than later.
Have you seen inflation?
You see the GDP? Like, none of it's good. That's just America, yeah. But all countries eventually get there. Unless... you find a way not to, but the whole world's in debt. So, obviously there's something going wrong. How can the world be in debt when they are the creators of money?
Because they're all in debt to each other.
Yeah, exactly. And they print that money to pay that, then their money gets worth less and less and less.
Then we have the Weimar Republic.
You got nothing.
Where you need a whole wheelbarrow to buy some bread.
Exactly. Or like in China. What is it, like 10,000... Or no, that's not China. That's Korea. It's like 10,000 yen is worth like 10 American or something like that.
I don't know. I hear on cruises, if you give like the native. Have you been on a cruise?
No.
No.
My family doesn't vacation. Crazy?
I hear like on cruises, like if you give the natives like a dollar, like an American dollar, they freak out.
Yeah, because it's worth so much.
Yeah, so you're not supposed to give them it because then it'll start like a riot, like over the dollar bill.
Imagine there's like 6 native people beating each other to death with like sticks and crap for that dollar bill.
Crazy.
You're just some like casual guy that works like a part-time job, and you're like, "Serve me, peasants!" You start throwing like pennies at them.
Oh my god.
Oh, like my friend Tyler just told me this story about how he had change in his car, and him and Nick Vant, they were having a good time, and they were smoking some dope, and they got so high that they started taking the change out of the car and throwing it at this rooster. You know, if you threw that at some little kid over in Cuba, or not Cuba necessarily, but like,
Cuba.
I'm sure they'd scramble for that change. Meanwhile, we're throwing it at roosters. That's why our money's going down, because
we're throwing it at roosters.
There's a change shortage because people don't care about change. They think it's just such an inconvenience.
Mm.
I put all my change. I sort that shit.
Yeah?
Yes,
You
I
one
do.
of those guys that puts it in the little things and takes it to the bank?
No, I don't do the rolls things.
The rolls, yeah.
I have a designated place in my car, and if it's not quarters, I take it out at the end of the week and I put it in this big jar where everyone, well, just my mom and dad now, but we'll empty our change out into this jar, and the change collects over time, and you go trade it in for money. It's just change, but the only thing I keep is quarters, normally. Or like if I go to like, let's say Dunkin' Donuts, the drink's like $3.23. I'll pick up 23 cents in $3 bills.
What if we just didn't have change? What if we just rounded everything off exactly?
I don't think that would work.
No?
Well, if you think about it, that's kind of how change works.
That's kind of how credit cards work. You never get change when you use credit cards.
But that's because you're always paying the exact amount.
Exactly. So what if we just paid the exact amount anyways?
Well, if you think, you know, something could be $3.21. $3.21, 0.3 cents. You know, so it's like 3.23, but that decimal can keep going based on how much our currency's worth. But you only pay the whole number. So
Yeah, but I'm saying, why don't we just have stuff be like $1, $2, $3, not like $3.23?
because of taxes and more of like just
So
marketing. Because when you see that 99 cents, it's 10 times more appealing than if you see something that's $29.99, you're more inclined to buy it if it's rather than it being $30. Just because it's just how the brain works.
Interesting.
If I sold my wiener online for $14.99, I would get 10 times more people than if I sold it for $15.
Okay, so Gage's wiener, $14.99. We'll start the bidding at that. I'm gonna go get a water.
Alright. I'm gonna just sit here and do nothing.
Jerk off.
Yeah, no, too depressed.
Show the camera your wiener. She's going to Swiggle State, going for business.
Well,
working at Walmart.
Yeah, overnights at Walmart is going to be perfect for me. With the way that it's been lately, with me not being able to sleep more than 2 hours a night.
Is this like a recent thing?
Yeah, last night I actually went to bed at 12:30. I laid in bed, no TV, no phone, no nothing. Fell asleep at like 5:30 in the morning.
So you just sat there with your thoughts?
Yeah. There was clearly a lot of thoughts with everything going on.
Yeah.
And woke up at 7:30 today.
It's because of the stress.
Yeah, I can't sleep.
That's happened.
Yeah, I'm very stressed out. For sure.
That's what happened when my girlfriend broke up with me.
But I try not to think about it because I'm a person that has like zero stress in their life. Because I just don't. I just refuse to think about it. I just ignore it. I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. Cool.
But now it's messing with your sleep.
Yeah, it is messing with my sleep because nothing's been this important. Once something gets so important, you really can't avoid it.
So what are you thinking about after college? You gonna stay in New York? You gonna leave?
I never wanted to leave New York in
Really?
the first place. No. The reason why I moved to Florida is because chasing love, I guess.
I thought you did want to move just to see what it was like.
Well, you know, there's always, like, the experience I had. Moving down there was an amazing experience. I'll always be grateful that I could do that. But, I'm way too close with family to move away.
Same.
Unless I had an absolute reason to. I go to my grandparents every day. Like,
Really?
yeah, my grandma called me probably like 10:30 today. She's like, hey, you want to come over? They live 2 minutes away. I went over there and I moved a bunch of stuff for her, you know, because they're getting older, obviously. And moved a bunch of stuff for them. Went home. She actually gave me $10. I go, no, I don't want your money. She stuffed it in my pocket.
Happens.
Yeah. Well, it's your grandparents.
Yeah.
A lot of people have grandparents like that. A lot of people don't, but a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, my grandparents were young enough to do stuff with me. Like, I probably played more catch with my grandpa than my dad.
Grandpa taught me how to throw a football.
Did he? Well, I always had Josh. I can't put my arms on this table. It's too shaky.
It's
no,
fine. It's fine.
Everything shakes. I get so paranoid.
It shake. Look, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't like it. But anyways, you know, but I always had Josh around too. So he taught me so much stuff as well. Not a lot of it wasn't good. Knowing Josh, a lot of it wasn't good. But listen to this. I'm the nice one out of the family. Out of the whole family, I'm probably the nicest one.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, just, I guess, I really model my dad a lot, and he's just one of the nicest guys. And, look at Josh. The asshole he is. He's been with Lexi for however long. They got a kid, everything's great. I'm nice as hell to my girlfriend. She goes, fuck you.
So the moral of the story is just be a dick to girls. And that's how you
Ever heard that song, Nice Guys Always Finish Last?
Yeah.
It's a true story. You gotta not care about other people and do what's best for you.
Yeah. Just be selfish.
That's how you get places.
That's why my girlfriend broke up with me.
Why? Because you were selfish?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah, just, you know, bye. What'd you say to her?
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me, yeah.
So dumb.
Well, I got the same words from mine, from my girlfriend, you know. Don't talk to me. Don't want to see you ever again. Don't want to hear you. Don't want to talk to you.
Oh, there's more fish in the sea. I always hated when people say that. Such a
Yeah,
dumb
you know, there always
analogy.
is more fish in the sea, but, like, sometimes my dream in life was I wanted one person where I experienced, you know, you're in high school, obviously there's after high school, like college, or, you know, you go in, you do whatever, and then there's the rest of life. Anything can go on. My goal in life was to have one person I could experience that with. And with Patrice, you know, she's never done anything with anyone, and I was, like, her first for, like, everything. I was, you know, the first person that actually went out and did stuff with her, like, took her places, and we went places, and it was so cool, because we got to experience, like, so much stuff together for the first time. And then you think, you know, you got to go meet someone new, and
Do it all over again?
you do it all over again, but they've had all these other people as well. And, you know, it's just hard to find a good person these days. That
It really is.
isn't... women, the age, until they hit, like, their mid-30s, you know, that downfall, they really just, most of the time, a lot of them just don't want a relationship. Or they do, but they're not mature enough to work through things. I feel like I could work through just about anything. I have the slightest temper when it comes to that stuff. I have the most patience in the world.
Yeah, I'm pretty patient too.
Which is because I matured quickly in that aspect. Like, the relationship aspect. You know? You could be mad at me, you could be yelling at me. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm just gonna sit there and be like, yep.
Okay.
That's what's going on.
I learned that from Fisher.
And well, I
sit there and say okay, and it'll eventually just go away.
No, not that it'll just go away. Like, I address what needs to be addressed, and I talk, and I help, but it takes so much just to get to me in general. Pretty thick-skinned. It's because I'm a guinea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just pretty thick-skinned, so it takes a lot to get to me. That's why my friends can call me a fat retard every 2 seconds, and I'm not one of them pussies that go crying, you know?
Yeah.
But when people are actually assholes to you that you care about, you know it gets to you. You just don't show it.
Yeah.
Because that's just what happens.
Yeah.
But people get to you, Chris. Like, you remember that one time that one kid accidentally hit you with his baseball bat, so you threw a cleat at him and you cut his hand open?
What was that?
It was me.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
Being a dick that day.
It was a one thing that happened. It was an accident.
I didn't want you to hit me with the bat.
I walked up and
I don't care. It was the fact that I said, Gage, don't hit me with the bat.
It was ever so slight. It was like a...
I didn't want to get hit with the bat.
You just go, you know, you take your cleats up, throw them at me. My retarded ass tried to catch him. I took spikes right across my knuckles. I was like, well, that'll happen.
Do you remember when James Garrison hit the ball and it hit the goose? And that whole thing happened? Were you there, or was that when I was in 7th grade? Do you remember that? Where, like, we couldn't go down to the field anymore? We had to sit in, like, remember when all the athletes had to sit in the cafeteria until their coach came?
Nope. Wasn't there. I did not play sports in middle school. I did travel.
Really? You didn't play modified baseball?
No, I was on, I was still 12 and under league.
Little League?
Yeah.
I could do both.
I just did all-stars. And fall ball, Babe Ruth, all that crap.
I play modified. That's crazy.
I didn't think there was school sports in middle school, if I'm being honest with you.
What do you mean you didn't think?
I thought our school was so fucking poor. We didn't have school sports.
Yeah, but then you look around at
and
in Mexico.
I went try out for the football team. I was there for like 2 days. They wouldn't let me play quarterback. I was like, fuck them. It's like, fuck you guys.
Do you want to play quarterback?
Yeah, dude.
Sling the ball around?
Yeah, I'm good at it, too. I know I'm good at it because, you know, I never played a day of quarterback in my life, but I'm athletic. I don't look athletic, but, like, in terms of, like, skill set, I naturally have just athletic skills.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can pick up a basketball and not be bad. I can pick up a football and... Actually, I love playing football. I was at the football field.
You gotta stop being paranoid. Nothing's gonna happen. It can shake, but it's not gonna fall.
I was at the football field earlier with Tyler, and he was running around, so I was throwing to him.
Sometimes I wonder if I should have played football or not instead of soccer. Because I like football more than soccer.
I mean,
I think it's a better sport.
I like the contact. I was playing football with my friends one time, and there's this Caleb kid. He's just a little shorter than me, but like he's a bit bigger. And we were just playing normal tackle football, just 4-on-4 friends. And he came over the middle and he caught the ball and he turns around and I was right there. And I didn't want to hurt him or anything. Like, so you don't hit him too hard, and I just kind of stopped and went like this, and he hit me and he just went straight to the ground. Just flat. And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? I felt so bad, you know? That's why, like, football wouldn't be good, but when you go against another team, it's people you don't care for.
Yeah.
I don't care if I fucking break their leg.
Exactly.
But if it was one of my close friends, I'd be like, shit, I'm sorry.
You get violent when you play sports. It's fun.
I do get violent.
It's like how we release our primal, like hunting stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you get revved up to go on a hunt. Like we don't have that in modern life, so we got to take it out in sports.
Well, in baseball, I was kind of like that. That's why I like pitching so much.
You can't really. Well, maybe pitching.
When I'm up on the mound and there's people.
You see the fucking retard at the plate.
There's people trash. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'm better than all these fucking kids. So in cases, yeah, maybe I wasn't the best player on the field sometimes, but most of the time, I felt like I was, and I was like, fuck this kid. You just have confidence, and then when they are talking shit to you, you let them know. Take one to the ribs, take one to the helmet. Back away a little bit.
Do you remember my senior year when the two guys were chirping me in the outfield?
I do not.
And Jake Ely started yelling at them because he was playing center field.
Dude, Jake Ely's
I was
so funny.
playing left field.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why? It's a high school game. Why are you chirping the outfielder? What are you doing?
Chirping's so fun. I remember it was my sophomore year in JV. I'm telling you, that was the best year baseball I ever had. Actually, it was the 1 year I got to play. Because in 9th grade, they were like, Chuck Burlingham was like, oh, you're not good enough to start. But Quinn can. Yeah. Quinn fucking sucks.
He can play every position.
Yeah, he sucks, though, so it's okay. He fits the role of looking good enough to play. That's what he does. And, I didn't get to play a lick. I was better. I had to be one of the top 5 players on our team. I played, 3 innings in right field the whole year.
You never played first?
Wasn't allowed to.
Who played first?
I think they put Sam May at first over me.
No, Sam May played third base.
Matt Woodworth, maybe?
Was he even on the team? I don't remember him being on the team.
He was my sophomore year.
Yeah, your sophomore year. But your freshman year, when I was a sophomore, and we were on the same team.
I don't know. Someone else played first base.
Corey?
Might have been Corey. But, I remember.
You pitched.
Huh, me?
Yeah.
No.
You pitched in JV.
Yeah. My sophomore year.
No, you pitched freshman year.
No, I did not.
Gage,
I was not allowed to. They put Nick Vant in before me. That kid throws 50-mile-an-hour knuckleballs every pitch. It's either it gets hit 500 feet or it doesn't get hit. There's no in between. I'm telling you, Chuck didn't like me because of Josh.
Did you face a lot of that because of Josh, like with teachers and stuff?
Well, the teachers, not really. The teachers like Josh for some reason. It's because Josh is a flirt, and he's like, Miss Kent, you're beautiful. Or, I was a little, with Miss Honeywell, I flirted with her a lot. I got good grades. You write Il fait beau on that paper. You are beautiful. Plus 10 every time. I used to write that top corner. Put my name, put the date, and then I put Miss Honeywell is beautiful. Every single day.
Josh really was. That whole group of guys was flirting with.
Yeah, we all joked around.
I remember my senior year when they were visiting, teachers. You know how some of the older guys would come back.
They'll come in and visit.
Yeah, but right as the bell's ending, afterwards.
Yeah, when school's about to end.
Noah and Bonnie showing up, or maybe it was my junior year when they were still seniors. We had who's the English teacher that teaches OCC English? Windsor.
Miss Windsor?
Yeah. She was a terrible teacher. She just didn't have any personality.
Yeah, I had her for guided study.
She was weird, but then when she was talking to Noah and Bonnie, it's like she woke up. She had a personality and she was friendly and everything. And I was like, where does this come from? I think it's because Noah and Bonnie flirted with her a little bit. Yeah,
you build a relationship with students for sure.
Yeah.
I had relationships with teachers, not obviously relationships, but ones that you can talk to. You ever had Miss Bolts?
Isn't that the English teacher?
For freshmen.
Yeah, and, we disrupted her class pretty bad one day.
Yeah, she's an angry lady.
Yes, she is.
But when you're actually a nice person, she's I had her for study hall, and I used to sit next to her and talk to her sometimes, and she used to be like, these kids are so fucking dumb. She would make fun of kids, right? But she never actually tell you to your face. She'd look at you and go, shut the fuck up. But she's not going to be like, you're fucking retarded. In private, she's like, that kid's retarded.
Frau would do that, though. Frau would be like, you're a retard.
Yeah, some people can't take jokes, though. You get that one kid in the back of the class who's like, and, he is actually retarded. He's on a paper labeled retarded, and then you get a lawsuit.
I was talking to, I'm not going to say the teacher's name, but I was talking to a teacher currently employed at the middle school, and she was telling me how the pronouns thing, we didn't really have a pronouns thing when we were in school, but it's an enforced thing now.
Are you
like,
serious?
you have to ask every student.
Are you
the
serious?
pronouns. Yeah. And, like, the parents might not know, but, like, the kid's doing it at school, so the parents might think they have a daughter, and then at school they have, like, a son. Like,
Do you think
the school's not allowed to tell the parents or something like that? I don't know. It's
Do you
really
think
weird.
in, like, very, like, when you go to school in, like black, heavy populated areas, you know, they throw around the N-word, just talking to each other. But do you think, like, when they're the pronouns, they'll be like, you know how you say dude and dudette? It's like that with the N-word.
That'll never happen.
Oh, that's so funny.
Dude, isn't it weird how, like, growing up, like, we never had this pronouns thing?
No, we didn't.
Or, like,
and
this,
it just pops
this
up all of a
black
sudden.
square thing, like, everybody posting a black square. It's like,
No, they post a black square one time
Yeah.
because they say, oh, I support Black Lives. Then, like, 2 days later, you don't see it on their feed. It was just, like, a social thing.
it's like, I went to school with you, like, all elementary school. What are you doing? Like,
yeah, I know, right?
We know you're not a racist. You don't have to post about it. Like, what are you doing? It's so weird. So weird.
It is.
But then, you know, they'll probably say, like, oh, I'm enlightened now.
I'm woke.
Yeah, I'm woke.
Yeah, I can never be that guy.
Oh, God. Colleges are just diploma mills now.
They really
I
are.
heard that on a podcast
They
yesterday.
push you through. That's what they do. It's not about learning. It's about
That's what colleges...
taking your money and giving you a piece of paper.
That's what colleges used to be about, like, with Aristotle and everything. Like, you go to, like, expand your mind.
Yeah, you get enlightened.
Enlightened. Learn about all these different topics.
And now it's like, we assign you this homework half the time. You don't know what you're talking about, but you just do the assignment.
Now it's like, hey, we know you're in this class because it's a requirement. Just do this and this and you'll pass.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so dumb.
Oh, it is dumb. I hate the way it's all set up. It's terrible.
Somebody should change it.
Somebody should change it. Maybe there should be a Fulton College. And, you know, we changed the whole way college is. We put it back to how it
No,
used
there
to
needs
be.
to be Fulton University. F you, baby! Let's go!
Oh
Mer
my
should be
God.
amazing.
Oh, my mom, when we were moving to Fulton, it was like way back when, you know, like
Is this when you lived in Red Creek or something you were telling me
Hannibal.
about? Because you have that friend.
Hannibal.
Do you have that friend in Red Creek?
He lives in Wolcott now, but yeah, he used to live in Red Creek. But it's because his mom and my mom were friends, and we hung out since I was little and all that crap. But what was I talking about? Oh, when I moved to Hannibal, you know, like what a Magellan is? It's like a
Like a big melon?
GPS.
Oh.
Magellan. It's a brand. It's like a GPS. They make other things, but
Like
it's way before like smartphones had like GPSs or like a car had GPS. This was like 2000,
I know what you're talking about.
2007, 2008,
Yeah.
and my mom typed in Fulton because we were going, and then she types F, so it says like F, and it says U, and it said U, and like I just started laughing, so I'm like F you, you know, my little 6-year-old self. I'm sitting in the back of my mom's car going F you, fuck you, and my mom's like what?
Dude, when do you remember everyone started swearing? Because like people started swearing in 5th grade, and then 6th grade was like the big year where everyone started swearing. Like they would just swear just to like say the words.
I never really was a kid that swore a lot in school.
Yeah, but you remember like
Hearing people,
5th
the
grade,
people
right?
I hung around with didn't really swear that much.
Yeah, but what time did you hear it? Like 5th grade, right?
Like first year swear words?
Yeah. Like
Probably
with
since I
people
was
our
4.
age. No, like
Oh.
with people our age.
Probably like 5.
Like 5 years old.
Yeah, you know, my mom
Who
thought it
was
was,
swearing in kindergarten?
my mom thought it was hilarious when I'd swear, but she goes, you know, there's places to do it and places not to, obviously. And like times when you do and don't. And it's still disrespectful. I mean, now she doesn't care because, you know, I'm older and she's like, it's whatever. Because she talks like that. You know, every 5th word is shit, fuck.
My parents didn't start swearing in front of me till when I was 12. It was like, after I graduated elementary school, they must have been like, all right, he can handle it now.
Nah, my mom would just be like, Gage, where the fuck are you? And, you know, little 4-year-old me curled up in a laundry basket taking a nap. Oh, I used to sleep in laundry baskets. That's a
Dude,
true
right after
story.
you take it out of the dryer and it's warm.
No, I just go lay down in the laundry basket and cover up with a blanket.
Why?
For the longest time, you know how I used to fall asleep? I used to take a bed sheet. I'd wrap myself up, like, super tight, and I'd leave just air from my nose. It looked like I was a mummy. I literally slept like a mummy, dude.
For how long?
Probably until I was, like, 11.
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't, like, an
God.
every night thing, but, like, if I was laying there with a bed sheet, it'd just end up like that. Just 'cause. But I don't have sheets on my bed. I have, like, a fitted sheet, and then I have a comforter. But I sleep on top of the comforter because I get too warm.
You don't sleep with a blanket?
I do, but I sleep with, like, a smaller blanket. It's too warm. Comforters are too warm for me.
Do you sleep with socks on?
No.
Or without socks?
Without socks.
Exactly.
So, you know,
Some psychopaths that sleep with socks on.
that's crazy. Could never be me.
You ever sleep with jeans? No, you don't wear jeans.
Yeah, I do.
You wear jeans?
Yeah, I wear jeans.
Since when? You didn't wear jeans in high school. We
I
had a whole conversation about it in stats. Like, Gage, how can you always
probably
wear
wore
shorts?
jeans all the time until, like, 9th grade. I quit wearing jeans just because it wasn't comfy. Wore a lot of shorts. Never really got cold, so I never really had to wear jeans, but I do wear jeans a lot more now.
Dude, do you remember in middle school where, like, remember how, like, everyone wore shorts in the winter like it was just a trend? Like, no one ever wore, like, jeans? And then remember they had to institute that law, like, hey, you have to wear sweatpants coming into the school
Never.
and, like, then take them off when you're inside?
No.
Yes, you remember that.
No, I didn't.
They did it
I
right
didn't
as I
listen.
was leaving 8th grade, so you would have been going into 8th grade.
I never listened to
They
that.
made-
I wore these shorts, khaki shorts, almost every single day.
Well, maybe they didn't enforce it, but I remember, like, right at the end of 8th grade, they were enforcing it, but it's so dumb. Like, why can't
because
you
kids have to walk home and kids have to wait for their bus, and
Yeah, but
it's
why-
just safety.
But it's not safety. Like, just let them wear shorts and get cold, and then they'll wear jeans the next time. Like,
I don't know. I think jeans are colder than shorts
that doesn't make any sense.
because denim doesn't protect you from the cold very well. I feel like the wind just goes straight through, like up here and everything. It just goes straight through.
Yeah, but
I
it
get
still
so much
keeps you
colder.
warmer than shorts.
Yeah, but I feel like if I have something cold touching my body, like jeans, you know, my legs will heat up a lot faster than a pair of jeans will. So, if I'm not wearing them, I tend to feel warmer.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any
'Cause something
that
cold is
doesn't
sitting
make
on my
any
skin.
sense because the whole point of jeans is it reflects your body heat onto you again.
Honestly, I wore jeans the other day, and it was a lot colder than wearing...
Doesn't make it. Maybe it's because you're dying. It's because you're dying. You have some weird disease.
Nah, I got
You
really
can't
thick
sleep.
blood.
You don't know what temperature it is.
I got really thick blood, so I'm always warm.
You know your blood type?
I think O-neg.
I have no idea what my...
I think it's
type is.
O-neg.
I
It's
asked, I asked my doctor, and they're like, just go get your blood taken sometime. And I'm like, you're the doctor. You should know. It's like they're just too lazy to look it up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it couldn't be me, though. Oh, yeah, no, could never be me. I'm pretty sure I'm O-negative, though. I think so, because I think my mom's O-neg. I don't know what my dad is. My dad's probably, like, have herpes or something. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, my dad was...
What was your dad like when he was our age?
Right now, when he was my age, he was working as a mechanic. He was in the reserves. He wanted anything to do to get out of his house.
Like Josh?
No, his home life was way different. His family was poor as hell. He had 2 brothers. It was like a farm, and he was constantly doing work. He played baseball in high school. His parents never went to a single one of his games.
Wow.
And yeah, he was really poor growing up, but came out of high school, he did trades and all that. Obviously, he's a mechanic guy, and now he's worked with Ford for so long, he's a senior master tech, making almost 6 figures a year.
Wow. See, it's weird. I always want to ask old people, like, whenever they're complaining about young people, like, okay, what were you doing when you were 20? You were probably doing blow in somebody's basement, listening to God knows what, you know?
Actually, my dad just got a new job.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he really likes it, apparently. It's only like 5 minutes further than where I used to work, and he got a $5 an hour raise at the new place. But he's not hourly. He gets paid based on the job he gets done. So my dad can work. He goes in. He clocks in at like 8 o'clock, I think. He leaves at 5:30, maybe 6. I don't know. But if he's at work for 8 hours, he can make probably like 12 to 13. Because his efficiency of the jobs he does is a lot faster than what he gets paid for.
It's weird. I know you haven't experienced this because you haven't been to college, but the stress difference from like skipping a college class comparing to like not going to work is so weird.
Really?
Like if I wake up and I see like I wake up and it's 5 minutes after class began, I just go back to sleep and I'm like, oh well. But if that was work, dude, I'd just have a heart attack. I'd lose my mind.
I've never been late to work.
I've been late to work.
Yeah, but you are
over.
famously late to everything.
Not everything.
Okay, how often were you late to baseball practice?
You can't be late to baseball practice. It's at the school.
You know how you somehow were late though. You actually were. Yes, you were always the last person.
No, I was not.
Yes, you were.
No, I was not. What are you talking about?
Yes. Or when we had like seniors and stuff like that.
Okay,
you were always late.
I was always late during Little League. That's because it like I don't know.
Seniors isn't even Little League. That's 16 and under.
No, that's Little League.
Yeah, I know, but Little League thinks like yes, I know. Little League, people think it's like 12, 11. No, you were 16 years old. Showing up 20 minutes late every day.
I remember Anthony Carter's grandpa. Do you remember when he coached the team that one year?
Yeah.
Like, I missed a day because I was sick. Like, so I was going to practice. This is when my dad was, like, assistant coach.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to go to practice because I was actually sick. And, my dad got really mad at me and went to practice without me. Because he was like, you're fine, just go to practice. I would not go to practice. So he got mad at me, he left, and then I was actually sick. And I was like, I always love when I get sick. I don't like getting sick, let me just clarify that. But I always love if I'm like, don't feel good, and then I actually do get sick. And I'm like, hey Dad, screw you, I was sick. You were wrong. It's so amazing. But anyways, the next day, or like the next practice we had, like Anthony Carter's grandpa like pulled me over and had like a 10-minute conversation with me like, hey, if you want to be part of this team, you got to show up to every practice, blah blah blah. Like I thought about telling him I was sick, but he just kept going. I was like, you know what, it's fine, I'll just agree with him. I don't care. I wonder if he's still alive.
I don't know, who knows. I know Anthony Carter's a character.
Yeah
He I don't know if I'm like, how many people are gonna see this. I don't care what I talk about.
So either.
I know him and a girl. I'm gonna keep the girl out of it just cause.
Is it Maddie?
No, not Maddie King.
No, Gilmore.
Gilmore? No. It's different.
He
girl.
dated her for a while, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Him and this girl were hooking up, and he told her that he's like, I want a relationship, or whatever, and she's like, I don't. And he got mad at her and tried to flip the story around and tell people otherwise.
Mm.
And yeah, and I was also told that he was banging this one girl, and just could never be me. I couldn't be that guy.
What, like just?
I couldn't sleep around.
No, me neither.
Chris, you can't sleep with anyone in general.
Thanks, Gage.
It's okay. You're
self-confidence.
You're a good-looking man. I don't know why. Yeah, you are. I think
it's the nose. I look good everywhere except the nose.
No, I think you have a good-looking nose. You got
it's too big.
Tom Cruise nose. Tom Cruise has a big nose, but it fits him.
It doesn't fit me though.
Yes,
it's out of place.
I think you're a good-looking guy.
I don't think so.
I think you just need to learn how to talk to a girl.
I know how to talk to girls.
Clearly, you fucking don't.
I don't talk to. Listen.
You're so picky. You're
exactly,
so picky about your women.
I'm extremely picky. It's not a bad thing, Gage.
You know what one thing is? One thing I don't mind?
What?
I'm not a tattoo guy. I'm not the biggest about tattoos.
We talked about this, and you said, yeah, Patrice has tattoos, but I don't care.
You know, she got one like 3 days before we broke up.
Did you like it?
It was 3 hearts tattooed here, here, and here. And the hearts were handwritten. One was by her mom, one was by her dad, and one was by her grandpa. The grandpa that was in Vietnam. They were handwritten hearts, and they just traced them right on. Like, that's unmeaningful, but all of her tattoos are meaningful. But I'm just not a tattoo guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I never was like, I'm going to look at you different because you're tattoo. No. I always thought she looked great, but I'm not a tattoo guy. She's like, do you like my tattoo? I go, honestly, not really. I just don't like tattoos. Like, I think you look good, but tattoos just aren't my thing. Because what if I get a tattoo right now, and then 50 years down the road...
giant penis in your chest.
50 years down the road, it's sagging skin, you need to be refilled.
Exactly.
And I mean, now there's tattoo removal, but who wants to do that? Who wants to get extremely painful laser tattoo removal?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I always think when girls get... You ever seen the lip tattoos?
Yep.
It's like...
You ever seen them get removed?
No.
They, like, scream.
Probably. But it's like, you see all these girls with these tattoos, it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do when you're 80 and you have that? Like, it's so dumb.
When your dentures falls out and you go, oh, ah, and everyone sees it while you're putting your dentures in?
It's so dumb.
Oh, what are you going to do? Have a tattoo that says daddy on it while you're giving someone a gum job?
That's what we should call, like, getting head, just a gum job.
Yeah, that's what it is when you're older. You give gum jobs.
I don't get piercings. I just don't get wearing metal in general. Like,
you don't get altering your body in any way.
I don't get, like even wedding rings. Like, I get that it's supposed to represent significant, but why must we wear this piece of metal on our finger for, like, the rest of our lives? It's so weird.
It just symbolizes.
Why must we stick pieces of metal in our nose and ears and wherever else?
Well, your piercings, like, here, like, all the way up. I don't like the industrials. I think the industrials look something weird. Like the bars that go across right here. I don't like that as much. Nose piercings, like, right in here, as long as it's just, like, really tiny ones, it doesn't really bother me, but I don't really think they look great. As far as, like, belly button piercings, like, all the other, like, vagina, all the other places, like nipples. I've never been with someone with any of those, so I wouldn't know. But
I don't like any of it. Like, what are you trying to do? Be a conductive, like, human? Aren't humans already conductive? Pretty sure we are. Yeah.
If we get struck by lightning, we're gonna feel it.
No, I mean, like, we can be conductive and not die.
Like the electricity just goes through our body?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I used to do is my grandpa, Tom, has this electric fence where he used to keep his horses in.
Tom. Sounds like a good guy.
Yeah. Tom Fox. That's his name. And he used to grab on the electric fence with one hand, someone else would be holding his hand, and we'd go down in a line, and you could feel it all the way through. And it'd go all the way back around. That's what we do, because...
Dude, my grandpa had horses when I was growing up.
Redneck farm. It's cool as hell.
Well, it wasn't a redneck, but it was it's nice.
Josh and I used to throw knives into the air. Like, it was a big farm. We used to take these knives. We used to chuck them really high in the air. And we used to stand, like, 80 feet apart. So, like, we'd be throwing them at each other, and you just dodged the knife. That was the thing.
How old were you?
Yeah, I was probably like 8, 9. Or one time we were wrestling in the barn. There was this huge pile of hay. Josh throws me against the wall. And it's not like a hard wall. It's hard enough, but it's not like crazy. And I fall down in between the hay bales and the wall. So I'm like, my legs, my head, I'm stuck, right? There's a nail that cut me. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, Josh, I'm stuck. You gotta help me out. And he goes, yeah, you're a liar. He just goes inside. He leaves. He goes out of the barn, goes in the house. An hour and a half later, they realized
you were there for an hour and a half.
I was just sitting there like this for an hour and a half, struggling, yelling. Eventually I got into like a position where I stood up, but I couldn't like get over it because it was still too high. I was just standing there waiting, just waiting for someone to come along. Oh. Or Josh and I used to wrestle in the hay bales all the time. Like, we should stack hay bales like 5 high. It's probably like height of the ceiling, and you're in like there's like a bed of hay, so it's soft. Like jump off the hay bale, like WWE stuff.
It's fun, man.
It is fun. 3 of my teeth got knocked out from Josh.
Yeah.
They're all baby tooth. One time he got 2 at once. We were at my grandpa Tom's actually. We were chilling on the couch, and he put his feet up on me. I go, psh, and I slapped his feet off, and he kicks me in the face with his foot, and 2 of my teeth just. I'm like, what the hell?
Just kicks you in the face.
And then another time, pretty sure he just punched me.
Why?
I don't know, because we wrestled all the time. We're brothers.
Hits you randomly.
We randomly hit each other all the time. If he used to go up the stairs in front of me, yeah. One time, we were wrestling on his bed, and there was a window, and I pushed him, and his foot went through the window, and part of the glass broke, and the glass is broken, right? My mom goes, "What was that?" I go, "I fell into the window." And then another time, right, Josh throws me, and I hit my head on the wall, and I have like a really big bruised bump and everything, and my mom's going to notice it, and Josh and I were just messing around. I wasn't mad at him, and I had to cover it up. So I was walking down the stairs, and there's like a landing, and then so you go down this way, there's a landing, and then you go down this way. I pretended to fall and hit my head. And my mom goes, "Are you okay?" I go, "Yeah, I hit my head pretty hard." And she's like, "Oh my God, there's a big bump." Just a cover up. I didn't want Josh getting in trouble.
Pretended to fall?
Yeah, I pretended to fall down the stairs.
Oh my God. Did you actually hurt yourself pretending or no?
No, I just made like a loud noise. Like I just...
Because she wasn't watching?
Nah. She just heard it happen. So, but yeah, we were always raising hell. We'd go outside. We'd run we'd play football where it's like there's like the end of the yard's the end zone, obviously, and you start with the ball and you run at each other. You're at separate ends. You just run at each other. Sometimes when I was little, I would win, but eventually that 3-year age gap, as you get older, it really shows. I mean, nowadays I'd just run through Josh because I'm a lot bigger, a lot stronger than he is. Josh goes like 180 right now.
Yeah, but it's muscle, right?
A little bit. We were at the gym. We just got the membership, and he's sitting there on the incline, and he has 90 pounds on the bar. And on an incline, it's harder, but he's like barely getting it up, and like he got like I think like 15 or something. And I'm thinking like, wow, Josh, this used to be like 160, 170 as a warm up, and he's like, dude, honestly, I'm so weak now.
Wow. Yeah, I remember one time, like, my grandpa used to have horses, and we had this pasture with the electrical fence around it, and it wasn't on, but he asked me to go get something, so I duck under the fence, go get it from, I think it was the house, bring it back, and I'm sprinting back, because, when a kid, you run everywhere.
Yeah.
And I ran into the line, like, it was low, but, like, at the time it hit my neck. Like, I just completely clotheslined myself. It was like, Charlie Brown when he misses the football and hits the ground? It was exactly like that. And I just sat there like, what just happened?
There was a time, they had this apple tree at my grandpa's house on the farm, and there was this one branch that stuck out further than the rest. And we were racing to the apple tree, and I went to slow down and turn around, and I slipped, and my neck went like this. The branch went from here, it cut me all the way up, like up to my ear. And at the time, I didn't notice it. And I got back up, and I kept running. Obviously, you're a little kid. And then my mom's like, "What? You have blood all over you. What happened?" I'm like, "Oh." We were throwing knives again.
Wait, did they let you throw knives or no? Was that like a
no?
Like
that
a
was
secret.
That was something no one knew about. Yeah, for sure. We used to hit random golf clubs at pigs though. Like 100 yards away, there'd be like pigs or whatever in the pig pen, and we'd set up the tee and the golf ball, and we go, and you try. Like we sucked. We never actually like hit them harder, but it was a target to aim at.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for sure.
Target to aim at. Did you ever make it to the Big Ben?
Yeah, but you never really hit them hard because it'd go.
You didn't hit line drives?
It was hard to do it accurately. When I was 8 years old with a golf club.
I remember I would go to Rudy's I would pick rocks, and there'd always be seagulls circling. And this is
Throw
how much of a
rocks at birds.
history psychopath I was when I was like 8. Like, I would pretend the seagulls were the Japanese Zeros, and it was Pearl Harbor. And I would throw the rocks at the seagulls. And then one day, like, you know, you're not supposed to feed the seagulls. Or this one day, the people were feeding the seagulls, so like they were coming in low, and I hit one of them, and the people feeding the seagulls yelled at me, and I was just like. I didn't say it because I was a little kid, but I thought in my head, like, you're not supposed to be feeding the seagulls. Like, if anything, I did a good job.
You were throwing rocks at them, Chris. That's not good either.
Dude, they were the Japanese bombing Pearl Harbor.
And you were throwing anti-aircraft.
That's what I thought. I was a kid.
Chris is throwing flak in the form of pebbles.
Dude, I could see the meatballs under their wings.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It could never be me. I was never like that.
What do you mean like that?
Never hurt animals, just cause.
You hit golf balls at pigs.
Yeah, but you never hurt them.
I mean, I never hit the seagulls except for that one time.
Yeah, you told me you just hit.
Yeah, but then I never did it again.
Yeah, good. I mean, I used to go hunting. You should shoot birds with shotguns.
What shotgun?
12.
Gauge? 12. Pretty nice, Remington.
I don't fucking know. I was little.
They just gave you a gun and were like, go kill something.
We went hunting. That's just what we did. Shoot squirrels, birds.
Not with a 22, always a shotgun.
Squirrels, it's
Squirrels, you don't need a shotgun.
22.
Yeah.
But you could use a shotgun. I mean, you can't eat them, but you can use a shotgun.
You can tear them to shreds.
We used to have shooting competitions. We used to set up like a target, whoever had the best cluster and stuff like that, and take the 22 and shit. There's like, because those don't really have recoil.
Like no recoil.
Yeah, so as long as you're sitting there, you can really get it going. And it was semi-auto, so if you pulled the trigger fast, it shot fast. And I used to go like, just to see how fast I could shoot it. I don't know, I enjoyed it.
Guns are fun, man. I can't wait to get guns.
They are fun for sure. My grandpa bought a Glock, and he has 2 Rugers.
What Rugers? Does he have
modern ones. Not old Rugers. But he just bought them recently. He goes, this world's going to shit. I walk into their house. There's a front porch. I close the door behind me. I open the door to like the actual house part. There's like a shoes area, and then there's like this desk. There's just Glock 17 just chilling on the thing. I pick it up. I go, you plan to use this, Grandpa? He goes, I was just
shooting crackheads.
I don't remember. He goes, I put it there for something.
I put it there for something?
Yeah.
What is it, a paperweight?
I don't know. I think he was like cleaning it or something probably, but who knows.
I want to get a Ruger Mark IV because they look like Lugers. German Lugers.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
I want to get a wiener stamped on my forehead.
Thought you didn't like tattoos.
I know it's not a tattoo. It's a stamp. It's different. You wear it for a day. That's it. Just imagine walking around with a little penis, like, those tattoos you get at like the dollar store, like you put water on it and imagine getting one of a penis on your forehead. You shower in the morning, it goes away or whatever. Just walk around with a penis for a day.
What's the best prank you played on Josh or Josh played on? Like, did you guys prank each other or no? It was just wrestling.
We didn't really prank each other too much. One time I hid behind the door and heard him walking down the hallway, and I had there was this box of Legos, and there was a top to it, like it was a cover. And I took the cover off and hid behind the door, and I heard him come close. I went, shit, right. But that was like the meanest thing I ever did to him. He did so much crap to me. He threw me off the bunk bed one time, and my 2 front teeth went through my lip. Just straight through. Yeah.
Did you need stitches?
I don't know. I laughed.
I did.
I was laughing about it.
See, that's why I don't get why people are so paranoid.
I think it was a super glue thing. I don't think it was stitches.
Super glue?
Yeah, it's the redneck or, just another way to do stitches. Just super glue it together. Put a Band-Aid over it.
What you're talking about.
You have a cut that's pretty big. You close it. You super glue it. You Band-Aid it.
What is the super glue?
Super glue?
Like actual super glue?
Yes. You glue your skin back together so it heals.
That's not healthy. That's
You
so
do
many
it.
chemicals in your body
You just
that
do
you
it.
shouldn't.
You just do it. Sometimes you don't have time to go to the hospital. Like when I was 12, my final year of Little League, like Little League, and I broke my wrist sliding into second base. The next play, I stole third base. And then I was like, damn, my hand really hurts. I was sitting there, my arm, it's like I can barely move it, and I'm leaning down third base, and all of a sudden, the third base coach, he's like, hey, you okay? I go, I can't feel my hand. I go, my wrist is killing me. He goes, are you okay? I go, I don't know, I can't move it. And I walked over to the dugout. My mom was like, you okay? I go, yeah, I think I am. She goes, we should probably go to the hospital, or just in case. So we went to the ER and got x-rays, and she's like, yeah, you broke your wrist. I was like, damn. And I went to every game, and I played first base coach. I was sitting there with my bright pink cast, with my helmet on, and khaki shorts and the jersey, just sitting there, looking like a real father of the year.
Or people used to sign your cast.
Yeah, that happened. That was in 6th grade. A bunch of people signed my cast. Still have that cast.
Yeah? I always wondered if
I have half of it.
casts
I have half of it. The other half smelled.
Yeah, because you can't wash your arm, right?
Yeah, it was a waterproof cast. I used to go swimming in the summer, even though my wrist was broken.
But like you couldn't wash your arm, like in the shower, right? So that's why it would smell.
Oh no, you'd like push one you'd push one side up so like the water would get in there, and like that's the most you could do to clean it. You really couldn't do anything else. You could dump some soap down there, but you really can't do much, and it smells bad for sure.
Never broke a bone. Just sprained my rib cage. It's the worst thing that ever happened to me.
I'm pretty sure I broke a rib.
When?
Last year. I was playing football, and Nick Vant decides to just stick his leg out and trip me, and I went up and I landed. So like I was straight up and I went over, and when I landed right on my ribs, and I'm pretty heavy, so it's a lot of weight just going straight on the ribs. And I was moving pretty fast, and from like my waist all the way up to like my mid back was all bruised, and I had trouble breathing for like a couple weeks, trouble standing. I never went to the doctor though because I didn't want my mom to get mad at me.
You just bruised your ribs. You didn't break them.
I had trouble breathing, standing, doing anything. I could barely move.
Yeah, you just bruised them.
If
you broke a rib, you wouldn't be able to move.
No, I was in pain.
Yeah, but you were able to move around, right?
Not more than a walk. Chris, I just didn't grow up with a vagina between my legs. You know? Pain is a daily experience that you learn to live with, you know? I'm one of those people, I stub my toe in the corner, I don't go.
Didn't you broke your foot? Like, you didn't realize you had a broken foot for like 3 days or something
like that? Broke my foot. I didn't realize I broke my foot until my foot swelled so much it didn't fit my cleat. And then I tried to come back from baseball, and the doctor's like, no. I'm like, come on, man. He's like,
yeah, I remember you being really mad about that. Like, they won't let me play. I'm fine. Like, my foot's fine.
Yeah.
Like, you still couldn't be in gym, and you were like, the gym teacher wouldn't let you. And like, it's just gym. Like, I'm fine.
And I used to go to practice and everything when I wasn't supposed to.
I think that's when I threw my cleat at you. Is because you.
No, that happened like.
No, I think that was when your foot was broken. You were sitting on the bench.
No, I was in JV. That was JV. That was your sophomore year of high school. I was a freshman when that happened. Because we were on the JV field.
What did I do to you varsity?
Nothing.
I must have done something.
I don't think so. I
didn't
had good times
or something.
Probably not. You were scared of me. I was bigger than you.
Yeah, I was scared of you.
I'm bigger than you. You were like, sorry, Gage. Just give me a hug.
Scared of Josh, not scared of you.
You should be. I just slowly
pull up the Glock.
Slowly flash you the Glock. Just see what I got. Oh, what time is it? 9:18. Oh, I gotta get going.
Yeah.
I was supposed to leave at 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got talking.
It's almost a 2-hour podcast.
Man, we've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
Is that a ruler?
Yeah. Really,
I went to use one of those to measure something one time, and then I realized I was using the centimeter side. So when I got to 4, I was like, that ain't that bad. Then I was like, the centimeter side, and I was like, oh no!
Never measured it.
Yeah, no, I've actually never done that.
Wait, so then, what were you using the centimeter side for?
It was a joke, Chris.
No, so you're definitely measuring it.
Sure, if you want to say that.
So it's 4 centimeters, is that what you're saying? Just lay it down. It's not going to stand up. It's like the Twin Towers.
It's big enough. That's what I just said, big enough.
I told you about the grenade prank I pulled on my roommates, right?
Yeah, you did.
I talked to one of my roommates because me and him are like the big pranksters. We're thinking about getting like fake rat and fake spiders and like putting it in somebody's bed before they go to sleep.
Are you allowed to have like girls in your dorms and everything?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we have co-ed dorms.
No way.
There's girls across the hall from us. Which, doesn't it not make any sense because Lemoyne's like a Catholic school?
Yeah,
and like,
right? And then they're like, oh, hey,
you
co-ed dorms are fine. You can go across the hall and bang that guy.
Exactly. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Jesus Christ.
You would think they would be strict. Dude, my roommate went to an all-guys school.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't go to school with any girls.
So he never had a girlfriend or anything?
No, we did, because apparently, like, there's a private
met through
guys,
church.
there's a private guys school and a private girls school, so they would just... It's weird, though.
Yeah, it is so weird.
I can't imagine going to school without girls. What would you look at? The window?
Most of the girls we went to school with weren't worth looking at, dude.
That's true.
I mean, granted, not a lot of us were worth looking at, but they weren't better. A lot of them were trashy whores.
Yeah. That's what college is.
Yeah, college is a lot of trashy whores. You're right. Went to Oswego State to talk about transfers and like papers and all that crap. And this one girl talked to me when I was there. She's like, "Hey, are you new here?" And I was like, "I was thinking about transferring or whatever." And like, we had a full like 5-minute conversation. She's like, "Yeah, we should hang out sometime."
There you go. You're already in. Welcome to college. That's how easy it is.
And normally if someone asks you to hang out, like, you ask for their number so that you can talk to them. I was like, "Yeah, sure," and I just walked away. I was like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Just walked away. She wasn't bad looking. Not at all. She was actually good looking. But
you could just tell she was basic. See, that's the problem with
just
girls.
don't want a relationship with someone.
You were saying that, like, earlier, you were saying that, like, girls sometimes don't want a relationship or they're not mature. I don't think it's that. I just think they're too basic. Like, they don't think about things.
Yeah. Or, like, they expect more than, what reality is.
Yeah. They just expect something different. Mainly money, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like every girl expects their husband to be rich, I couldn't care if my wife sat at home and didn't work.
Really?
She kept the house clean. I'd, just be a housewife. There's roles in life. If she was a housewife, I wouldn't care. I'd be happy with coming home. Didn't care what my job was. Didn't care how bad my days were. If I could come home to see someone I loved and cared about, that's all it would be. That's all I need.
I don't know. I feel like I'd be annoyed. Like, you're living in this house too. You got to make some money.
Nah, well,
I could also have a housewife. Like,
think about. Oh, sorry. Think about. I think about like my mom and dad's relationship. My mom doesn't work. She used to back when like a long time ago, before my dad had like a more better paying steady job. But now that he does, my mom stays home. She gets stuff done. Like, but she's not a normal housewife that like waits for the stereotypical like can't build stuff, can't.
But she's smart.
Yeah, she's smart. She knows how to use a hammer. She knows how to use a drill.
Yeah, she knows how to use a hammer.
Shut up, Chris. Oh, yeah, well, that's a good place to end. I gotta get going. I have to go pick up a package from my house.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Type of package.
Brownies and cookies.
Little package?
No, little brownies and cookies.
Alright, you got anything to say to the people before we wrap this up?
I actually enjoyed it. It's always fun talking to you.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's fun talking to you. Gotta do this again sometime.
Maybe. If we should get more people.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Get Colin Fife.
We should get a whole talk about life. I feel like a deep life talk.
Exactly. While you guys are stoned at the gills and I'm the only sober one.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Come on, it'd be fun.
No. When I'm high, I just get sad.
Doesn't make any sense.
Well,
You're
that's
supposed
just
to be
recent.
happy.
That's just recently.
Yeah.
Normally I'm pretty happy, but recently it's just... But I don't really get high, you know? For all the people thinking I get high, you know? I really don't. But
No, Gage doesn't get high a lot. Once in a blue moon.
yeah, too bad there's a blue moon in Fulton every night.
Oh, there actually is. It's right on the Canal View Mall.
That's a mall? That's crazy. Strip mall type thing, yeah. Well, all right.
All right.
I'm going to get going.
Bye, everybody.